Hello, welcome back to Math with Marcus. Thanks again for joining. If you like what you're seeing, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell, all that jazz. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. Shout out to Liam. Thank you, Liam, for being a watcher and subscriber. Appreciate it. Shout out. Here is closure problem 7-132. A breakfast cereal is made up of oats, nuts, and raisins. The advertisements boast that 30% of the cereal in each box is raisins. All right, so breakfast cereal, oats, nuts, raisins. 30% of the cereal is raisins. What portion of the box is not raisins? Well, if we've got 30% raisins, what percentage is not raisins? Well, we have 70% is not raisins. Or 70 hundredths. Or 7/10. Or like that. Right? Any of those portions work. Representations of portions. Percents, fractions, or decimals. So what portion is not raisins? 70%, 7 hundredths, 70 hundredths, 7/10, 7/10. If each box contains 8 cups of cereal, so in total there's 8 cups of cereal. Doesn't seem like that many cups. How many cups of raisins are in each box? Draw and label a diagram to represent the problem. So here's my diagram. Here's my box. My two-dimensional box. Should be three-dimensional. That's all right. There you go. There's my three-dimensional box of raisins. All right. That is a terrible box. All right. There's my box right there. This 30% right there. That's all raisins on the bottom there. All raisins. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. So here are the raisins in the back. All that whole bottom part is raisins. Good. Now, 8 cups of cereal altogether. So in total, from here to here, there are 8 cups. So at the very, very top, this is going to be 8 cups. And we want to see, okay, well, how can we use this diagram then to see what then 30% would be? Well, how many 30% are there in 100? And that doesn't really go in nice and evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 30% and I'm going to say, well, you know what? Let's break this up into 10%. So let's break this all up into 10% pieces. Let's break it up into 10. So that's 10%, 20%, 30%, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So those are all the 10% increments. So we're breaking this up into 10% pieces. I know this is getting a little bit sloppy. So we've taken it and cut the box into 10 levels, 10 floors. And if we did that, well, we have 8 cups being divided into 10 equal parts. So what is just this one part right here? What amount, 10%, and this is the key. 10% is how many cups? Well, and to get that, well, it's just 8 cups. It's the 8 cups being divided by 10 into 10 equal parts. And 8 divided by 10 is 8/10. Or more simply is 4/5. 4/5. So 10% is 4/5 of a cup. So almost a full cup. Now, if we know that 10% is 4/5 of a cup, how do we get to 30? Because that's what we're looking for. So 30% is what? Well, if 10% is 45, then 30% it's 3 times as much. So if we multiply that by 3, we would get the amount of cups. 30 cups is 4/5. 4/5 times 3. 3, you can put it 3 over 1 and get 12/5. Or 5 goes into 12 2 times with 2/5 left over. 30% is 2 2/5 cups. So that's how to do it with a diagram, right? You had it split. I wanted to get to 30%, so I thought, well, if we break it up into 10% pieces, we could get to 30%. And dividing it by 10 would get us 8 divided by 10 is 4/5. So this is 2 2/5 cups of raisins. So if the box contained 2 cups of nuts, what percentage of each box is nuts? Well, if nuts are 2 cups, so what portion is that? So for C, we would just need to say, well, there are 2 cups out of how many total cups? 2 out of 8 total cups, which is 1/4. And 1/4 as a percentage, I just know that that's a quarter, so 25%. If you weren't sure, right, you want to turn a percentage, you want to get the denominator to 100. So you would multiply both by 25. 4 times 25 will get us to 100. Here's our giant 1 here. And 1 times 25 is 25, so 25%. 25% of the box are nuts. All right, thanks. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you guys soon.